guys, so I got attacked by bees tonight. Didn't even know I had bees. Had my Kung Fu brother over for a conditioning workout, and I had forgotten to rake the yard earlier, so I was raking up, and all of a sudden, in the middle of the yard where it's clearest, the fewest amount of trees or anything around, I feel, I hear buzzing around my head, and I just figure it's a fly, and I go to shoo it, and I swipe my hair back, and I feel something in my hair, so I pull it out. As I pull it out, I get stung in the finger. I'm like, what the hell, it's a bee. And so I float on the ground. I just figured maybe it was a random bee out foraging or something. And next thing I know, I feel a sting in my back. Like, oh shit. I got stung 2 more times, again, twice on the other side of my back. And they followed us inside, and we had to kill 4 bees inside. I don't like killing bees. Bees are useful, but you sting me and, well, violence happens. So anyway, they kind of nixed the outside workout, and luckily neither of us are remotely allergic to bees. And so it's, the stinging sensation went away momentarily, and we were able to get on with it. But I figured, we had the tile floor, and I don't want to be swinging clubs and throwing kettlebells inside, and obviously I'm not going to bring my stone inside. So, we went for a run around the block, and I decided to pull out a deck of cards. Now, if you see this, always count your cards. I got an extra 9 instead of a joker, so I messed with it and put J's on there. It's not for playing cards at all. In fact, knowing that, I will be using this purely for exercise. So, there's 1,000 videos on this already. This isn't unique, but I'm going to show you how now anyway, so you know it in the context of what I'm doing. Deck of cards, there are 4 suits. Diamond, club, heart, and spade. And you get 13 of each card. And sometimes you get 1 or 2 jokers, or an extra 9, or in the case of a friend of mine, a 3rd joker. They're not always precise with these. This was a used deck from Vegas. I actually bought this as, like from the used deck table. I mean, it was only $1, but still, because they can only use the deck once. So they sell them. Oftentimes they'll actually punch holes in them. They don't seem to do that so much anymore, but it's, this is from the, I'm not even going to say the name of it because YouTube's been hitting me for all sorts of stupid copyright shit. Anyway, the idea is you get 13 of each card. Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, and King, and potentially jokers. The idea is with the 4 suits, you get 4 exercises. Now, depending on your exercise split or your skill practice or whatever, pick 4 big bang moves based on what you're working on. I was working on just general body weight conditioning, so we picked 4 comprehensive total body exercises: Hindu push-ups, Hindu squats, table makers, and leg raises. Very close to Matt Fury's deck of cards concept, and you can literally pick any 4 exercises that you so desire, and then you set about flipping the cards. You do the exercises as the card demands, as fast as you can turn the card and perform the exercise. This way it keeps you going. You should be able to finish a deck of cards in under 30 minutes. If you're particularly good, you should be able to finish a deck of cards in under 20. I would dare say, though, if you're not between 20 and 30 minutes on your deck, you probably need to pick harder exercises. But this is purely for volume conditioning. This isn't for anything else. And so you can pick martial arts moves. I mean, you could easily pick, say like horse stance squats and you know, I probably wouldn't throw this in for the deck unless I was doing multiples, but say 10 chain punches for every number, so you get a 10, you're doing 100 chain punches, so it'd be like, just over and over and over again. I would pick something more of a resistance nature. You could certainly do punches, but I would pick something of a resistance nature. And there are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of exercises, or at least thousands of variations of hundreds of exercises. But pick 4, comprehensive to whatever your goals are, and then set about flipping the cards. Now, the cool thing is you have face cards. Face cards don't have a numerical value. Ace, for beginners, I like to keep ace as 1. But if you're not a beginner, there's no need to do just a single. You've already got the 2 and 3, and those are light enough as it is. And you'll be happy for them, but they're still light enough as it is. So I would throw the ace in maybe at the top over the king. And then for beginners, if they're particularly bad, I just take the face cards right out. And I'll leave the ace in as a 1. 1 through 10 is 45 repetitions of each exercise. That's quite a lot for a beginner. I've actually had somebody puke on a half a deck. And then as they get better, we'll keep the ace where it is, and then we'll add the face cards in. And I usually start the face cards at 10, so they end up doing 4 sets of 10 instead of just 1 set of 10. As people become comfortable with that, then I start moving it up. I add 1, 11, 12, 13. Then I move the ace from the 1 spot to the top spot, so you have 2 through 15 instead of 1 through 13. Or, sorry, 2 through 14 instead of 1 through 13. And then, once they're used to that, then I start amping it up. Maybe we bring the ace back down to 1, and the jack up to 15, and the queen up to 20, and the king to 25. They get used to that, we pull the ace back in the back again, ace is now 30. You can pick it however you would like. You throw in jokers, you can do massive numbers, 50, 100, whatever reps, or pick something out of the blue. Say you're doing kind of basic body part exercises, push-ups, squats, sit-ups, military style things. Then if you have jokers, throw in burpees. Or, I don't know, mountain climbers if burpees are too much. Or sit-outs, or shoulder rolls, or backflips, or whatever, handstand push-ups. You can throw all sorts of things in depending on people's level of fitness and whatnot. The deck of cards is a great, great way to get in a workout, especially conditioning style workout, for those of us who are combat athletes and or just on conditioning cardio phases of our workouts. And the cool thing is, if you're traveling, it's a deck of cards. I mean, you can roll it up in your sleeve, right? It's tiny. Fits in your pocket. You can't tell me you don't have room for a deck of cards. Now, granted, if you're savvy and knowledgeable, you don't need any of that. You got this, and you got your intuition, and you can kind of just make shit up and get in a workout. But it is nice to have the external stimulus, and you can always pull out a deck of cards. If you forget a deck of cards, you could use a sheet of paper. Get a notebook, tear a bunch of scraps of paper up. Doesn't have to be 52 exactly. I mean, you could pick any number you want. 108's a good number. Find a way to randomize it. Grab a pair of dice. Start throwing dice around. If you're a gamer, grab a couple of D20s. That should really, really make things fun. Make sure they're different colors, and you can kind of figure out this color means this color means this. When it's, this 1 through 20, it's this. When it's this 1 through 20, it's this. When it's this combination, you can get really wild with all this stuff. Grab a D100 and just list out all of them. Keep your cheat sheet with you. There's a number of ways to kind of make it random and fun, challenging. I mean, it's really just, cardiovascular endurance type conditioning, but it's a fun way to do it. It's a way to get your heart pounding. It's a way to kind of keep your momentum going while you're not able to do your regular routine. I know a lot of people who kind of fall away from their regular routine when they're traveling, when they're moving, whatever, but there's always something you can do. And like I said, 20 to 30 minutes, you should be able to pound out a deck. That's not so bad. It's really not so bad. And say you forget to pack a deck of cards, you can go to just about any thrift store, dollar store, Walmart. You can get a deck of cards for $1 or less usually. Really, really cheap. Really cheap. You could pick names out of a phone book if you have a phone book handy. If you're staying in a hotel, there's a phone book, right? Flip it open. Name starting with the letter J means 30 push-ups or whatever. You can literally randomize it and have fun. Just set yourself up timing for 20 to 30 minutes and have some fun. I will talk to you guys later. Good journey.